Farmer Steve here. I'd like to tell you a little bit about where I come from, maybe where I've been. Today, I'm standing here on the farm that my grandfather bought in 1935. So I'm the third generation, and my son, David, is working full-time here on the farm. He just had a son, and so I guess you could say it's going to be 5 generations here on this farm. But back in the day, when I graduated from high school, I started to become very interested in being a part of this operation. And we had ditches in the field that were like this deep. You couldn't even drive across them with the tractor sometimes. And so we had to fill those ditches up because the soil was eroding during heavy rain events. And at the time, which was 1982, I just didn't think that that was right. And it was a problem here on the farm. So it cost time and money to be able to close those ditches up so I could harvest my crops. As time progressed, I started doing some techniques that really helped solve this problem by not tilling the soil, or as we call today, no-till, and also by using cover crops. That's plants that we plant in the soil between our cash crops to literally cover the soil, to grow roots, to anchor the soil so that we have those rain events, the soil doesn't erode away. So now 40 years later, some of those same fields that I started these practices of no-tillage and cover crops, I am still farming them. They have now increased in organic matter, which is something we can measure, and there's no erosion anymore. There's no soil erosion. So we solved that problem, but there's more. In doing that, we found that these practices of keeping living roots in the soil year-round, keeping the soil covered, aids in a more healthy soil. What is a healthy soil? Well, a healthy soil is a soil that's teeming with life year-round. We all heard about earthworms, and they're easy to see, but the little critters that we can't see, like microbes and so forth. And by the way, microbes are good. Sometimes we think they're bad, and there are bad ones, but we're promoting all the good guys, and they're helping us to recycle nutrients in our soils, so I don't need to add as many inputs to grow my crops, and hemp, of course, being one of those crops. So for me as a farmer, from a business standpoint, it saves me on my input cost. From the standpoint of you as a consumer, it's going to have a better product, whether it be the vegetables that I grow or the CBD hemp that I grow here on my farm. So this whole journey I have been on has kind of led me in a path that I never expected to be at where I am today. We're at the point now where we are seeing test results come back from our vegetables that have more minerals in them, more vitamins and so forth. And we're also studying the CBD that you've come to enjoy from Cedar Meadow Farm. And we're starting to see benefits compared to others that are out there in the market. And a lot of that is attributed to the fact that our product has the CBD coming from one farm, Cedar Meadow Farm. It's not a bunch of other farms that who knows where it comes from. And then we are able to carefully control how it's grown, so we have a healthy product that's coming from healthy soil. So there's much more to talk about in this topic. I'll have a lot more short videos to explain all these things. But until then, Farmer Steve saying, see you next time.